Jim. I told you to go to the Cabot's town.
Oh, guys.
How's it going?
Good.
Ryan, you talk about the importance of getting back in the win column on Saturday.
Well, yes, it's always important to bounce back after the result that didn't go away against DC. But I think the performances over the past couple of months have been pleasing. Have been really good. Early on we probably got results. The performances weren't good. Then we got performances and the odd result wasn't that good. Now we've got to marry the two together and kick on.
Michael Bradley, what's his status for Saturday?
Probably in doubt, I'd say, for Saturday. I'd say he's in doubt. So unfortunately that potentially could be a big miss for us. But knowing Michael, he always wants to play and he always tries hardest. So.
What does Houston pose? What kind of threats do they have? They always seem to be perennial late starters, but always seem to find themselves in the playoffs at the end of the year.
Yeah, like obviously Dominic, he knows this league inside and out, and he knows his team really well. And they've got all their players back now. That they've probably missed, and those players that have genuine quality, that've been around the league for a long time, and they know it inside and out like their coach. So it'll be a very, very tough game. I think last time Houston came here, they broke our hearts in the last minute, didn't they? With a draw, wasn't it, Neil? You've got a mind like an elephant, haven't you? Memory like an elephant.
Trapped like memory, no.
In Houston.
No, at BMO when Jeremy Hall scored and they got one right in the last minute.
That's right, yes.
Yes, 94 minute, maybe sick that one. So hopefully we won't repeat that.
They've got some young defenders. Like the game almost in New York, you're able to kind of work one side where the one rookie defender was making his debut. Do you see being able to do maybe the same thing as taking advantage of the experienced midfielders you have to be able to maybe expose a young back line?
Potentially, yes. But we've got to really worry about ourselves. I think in a game like this, of course, we do our due diligence on the opposition. And we look at their strengths and weaknesses. But I think if we're at our game and we play with the capability that we are capable of, then I think it doesn't really matter who they put out there, to tell you the truth.
Ryan, Gilberto was at practice today. Was he at practice yesterday?
Yep.
Is it too soon for him to dress? Could he see some action on the weekend?
No, he's back in the squad. So he's back in the squad with big goofy smile on his face. So it's good to have him back, to tell you the truth.
You've got a variety of permutations you can use with Jermaine. Luke has been quite effective recently. Why do those two work? Is it the combination of Luke being able to hold up the ball and bring Jermaine in, or why do those two work well together?
I think you just nailed it then. I think Luke's very comfortable playing in a little hole there in between the lines. His feet and vision are fantastic. And Jermaine obviously, he's made his living running off shoulders. And then obviously we've got a bit of pace out wide that can keep the opposition fullbacks at bay, and so it's a nice wee balance. It's you've got a lovely little bit of creativity with speed and athleticism and with deadly finishing. So they haven't played very often together, but I think we're seeing glimpses of what the more they become accustomed to each other, hopefully the better they'll become.
We talked to some of your players and asked them if they look at the standings, and they say they never do. Do you look at the standings?
Sometimes. What I do is, I can say yes and all that kind of stuff, and we have to be, X amount of wins and all that, and where does that put us? But for me, it's about tracking upwards. It's about getting better every day. And if you keep doing those things individually and as a team, generally the wins will just start following. They'll just come. And generally when you start winning, you start going up the table. I think when you start looking at the table and focusing on that, and going the other way, then it becomes must-win games and all those things, and you put extra pressure on yourself. But I think if all the players and the team are getting better, which we are, then I think naturally the results start happening.
I know you can't control the schedule, but you have in July, 8 games, 9 games, and Houston has 4, 2 of which are against you. What do you think when you see that discrepancy?
It's great. All our players want to play games. They want to have 10, 12 games in July. I think they're sick of me on the training field, so they'd rather be playing. So.
Any other injury issues?